Admiral Zarkon of the Hegemony Fleet stood triumphant on the bridge of his flagship. Earth's defenses had crumbled after 6 months of siege. Their primitive nuclear weapons, their vaunted space force, even their surprising resilience, none of it had been enough against the might of a 1,000-world empire. Supreme Admiral, his communications officer trilled, the humans are offering their complete military database in exchange for a ceasefire. They claim we need to see something. Zarkon's 4 arms gestured dismissively. A desperate ploy. But download it anyway. Let's see what these primates think will save them. The data streamed in: military installations, weapon specifications, troop deployments. All standard until Antarctica. The entire continent was marked with a single symbol he didn't recognize. Project Prometheus. Clearance level, extinction protocol. Sir, the intelligence officer's voice wavered, there's something buried under the ice. Deep under the ice. The files date back to, this can't be right. Report. 1962 Earth calendar. The humans found something during what they called the Cold War. Not their technology. Not anyone's technology. They studied it for 13 years, then made a unanimous global decision, every nation, even those at war, to bury it under 2 miles of ice and pretend it never existed. Zarkon leaned forward, intrigued despite himself. What did they find? The holographic display activated, showing grainy footage from primitive Earth recording devices. A massive chamber beneath the Antarctic ice, and within it. Zarkon's primary heart stopped. Is that a precursor reality engine? The precursors, the race that had built the hyperlanes, whose technology was so advanced that their simplest tools could reshape galaxies. They'd vanished eons ago, leaving behind artifacts that the greatest civilizations barely understood, let alone dared to use. The humans found a reality engine, his science officer whispered, and they buried it. They chose not to use it. More files flooded in. Research notes, test results, and finally, a video log from the human who'd made the final decision. An elderly female in primitive clothing, speaking to the camera with tired eyes. This is President Sarah Chun, speaking for the United Earth Council. We've completed our analysis of the artifact. Dr. Petrov was right. It's a weapon, but not like any we imagined. It doesn't destroy. Rewrites. Reality becomes what the user desires. Literally anything becomes possible. She paused, rubbing her temples. The teams have run thousands of simulations. In every single one where we use this device, humanity becomes something monstrous. Absolute power, even with the best intentions. We're just not ready. Maybe we never will be. So we're burying it, deep as we can. And we're agreeing, all of us, every nation, to forget it exists. If we can't trust ourselves with this power, we sure as hell can't let anyone else have it. The recording ended. Zarkon's bridge was silent except for the hum of electronics. They had the power of gods, someone whispered. And they buried it because they didn't trust themselves with it. Admiral, the tactical officer's voice was strained. If they've had this for over a century, if they chose not to use it even facing extinction, then they're either the wisest species in the galaxy, Zarkon finished, or the most dangerous. Because any race that can resist that temptation. He shuddered. What else might they have found and buried? What else have they chosen not to use? The human commander appeared on screen, a scarred woman with ancient eyes. Admiral Zarkon, you've seen the files. That's just Antarctica. Want to know what we found under the Mariana Trench? Or what's locked away in Svalbard? Or why we really stopped going to the moon? No, Zarkon said quickly. Too quickly. No, I don't think I do. Smart choice. So, about that ceasefire. Within hours, the Hegemony Fleet was retreating. The official records would state they achieved an honorable peace with the humans. The truth that they'd fled from a species that collected doomsday weapons like stamps and had the terrifying wisdom not to use them would haunt Zarkon forever. Earth remained unconquered, its secrets buried beneath ice, water, and the collective determination of a species that knew exactly how dangerous it could be.